Hi guys, it's Blair and I'm here to do a book review on Tiger's Curse by Collen Houck. That is what I believe her name is. I'm sorry if I'm mispronouncing it. This is the front cover, this is the back cover, this is the spine. I'm pretty sure you guys have all seen this around. I'm going to give you the synopsis and I'll tell you what my thoughts are about this book. Passion, fate, loyalty. Would you risk it all to change your destiny? The last thing Kelsey Hayes thought she'd be doing this summer was trying to break a 300-year-old Indian curse with a mysterious white tiger named Wren, halfway around the world. But that's exactly what happened. Face to face with dark forces, spellbinding magic, and mystical worlds, where nothing is what it seems. Kelsey risked everything to piece together an ancient prophecy that could break the curse forever. Tiger's Curse is the first exciting volume in an epic fantasy romance that will leave you breathless and yearning for more. I love this book, guys. I really did. It took me a good 2 months to read it because I'm really bad and I've been poking books in between reading this. I think in the span of starting this book, I've probably read 8 or so books between it, and so I'd pick it up and I'd be like, yeah, I'm getting into it, and then the next day I'd feel like, not really in the mood for fantasy, I want to read something else, and then I'd pick it up and I'd put it down. And especially over Christmas, I left it for a long time. So my opinions of this book are kind of mixed in that respect, but I'm giving it a 5 stars overall simply because I love the uniqueness of this book. I haven't really read a book like this before, and I have read a lot of YA books, obviously, but I thought it was absolutely fantastic to read a book about something different than vampires and werewolves. And I love tigers. I love kind of jungle animals as well. I've always been fascinated with those kinds of animals, and I'm keenly interested in India. So you put tigers, magic, fantasy, sexy men, and India together, like an Indian curse together, and you've got yourself a fantastic book for me. Anyway, so this story follows Kelsey Hayes, and she's, I believe, 16, and she's kind of pottering along in life, taking up a job to fill in the time between college. And she comes upon a job to help out a circus, and I love circuses as well, so that was a great, just fantastic way to start the book. And so she goes to the circus, and she meets this tiger named Wren, and obviously Wren is a lot more than he is perceived to be. And that's pretty much where the story kicks off, when a man comes to ask whether they can, I think he asks if he can buy Wren first, and he does, and then Tiggy, oh my god, I stayed up from 3 o'clock in the morning to 6 o'clock reading this book. Kelsey is dragged into this fantastic mythical world. Now, I love the mythology of this. I think Collen Houck did a fantastic job at just writing about it. It was so enthralling. I loved hearing all the legends. I loved looking at the Indian culture and language. I loved being kicked into the forest, I guess you can say, along with Kelsey. And I really loved the blossoming romance between Wren and Kelsey. The only downside to this book, aside from me jumping in and out of it, was nearing the end, Kelsey was a bitch. And I got over that part this morning while I read the rest. I think it was 90 pages or so. I got over that. But while I was reading it, I wanted to end the book. I just thought, why are you being such a cow? And yeah, so I can kind of understand her reasons for being destructive, but it was just pissed me off so much that I had to put the book down again. And I ended up picking it up, and I thought, you know what, I'm just going to read it and finish it off. And I really enjoyed the ending. It was fantastic. So overall, I definitely would recommend this book. It is a fantastic fantasy book. If you're in the mood to be taken away and escape and just fall in love with characters and, you know, culture and different places, and you want to delve into mythology and you want a little romance, then this book is definitely for you. It is the first installment, and I love how they actually put this little round, it's lovely too, indicator to tell you what it is, because they look beautiful on my shelves. I actually have all the books in the series that are out at the moment, so I'm planning on maybe finishing it off this year if I can. And the ending, oh my god, the ending made me want to pick up the next book, but I thought to myself, take a break, because it was such a long journey reading this book. I love Mystic Adam, I think, the most out of all the characters, and I love Ren too. I love that they were flawed, and I think it's important that when you read a book, they're not so perfect or strong-minded, or I just like reading about flawed characters, and I think reading about Ren's internal journey between man and animal was really interesting as well, because I could not imagine only spending 24 minutes of my life as a human and the rest of the time as a tiger. I'm the kind of person who really does crave that human connection, and as much as you can get a connection out of animal to human, I think that I would probably go insane, especially after like 300 years. I would probably go insane after like 2 days being a tiger, and there would just be so much more fear around it, like hunters, and yeah, it just baffled me. But I loved it. I loved the concept of this book. It was fantastic. Of course, I love the cover as well. I just think it's so beautiful. Yeah, it was a really good read, and once, like, I was addicted to it to start off with. I think I read the first half of the book, and I was just high on this book. If I had read it right way through, I would have raved about it a hell of a lot more. And I really liked actually getting to know different, what would you say, different English meanings to Indian words as well. I'm not very articulate this morning. I actually kept a notebook and wrote those down, because I find it fascinating when I can learn things from a book as well, and I learnt a lot about Indian culture, meals, language, dresses, the geography as well, so that was fantastic. And I loved how she mixed that in with the fantasy element. It was fantastic too. It's a pretty big book. It's about 500 pages, but it's definitely worth the read. I think if you have it on your bookshelf, pick it up and let me know what you think about it. It is a really good book. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. I don't really need to go too much detail. I do have a written review which is more articulate than my speaking this morning. Excuse me, I am very tired. Because like I said, I just read this and then I started a new book and I am exhausted. And yeah, I'm just hoping I don't stumble tomorrow with my words when I start my job. So that is Tiger's Curse by Collen Houck. I'm sorry, it's such a horrible thought. Review rather. But yeah. So I hope you enjoyed, and I hope you enjoy this book. Pick it up and let me know what you think of it. I'm so excited for the next book. I think the next book is Tiger's Quest, and then it's Tiger's Voyage, and then Tiger's Destiny. And then, yeah. So, I'm off to go to doctors, so I will talk to you later, guys. And, yeah, have a fantastic week, and I can't wait to watch some more videos. Bye, guys.